If he used to be obsessed with you, but now he just stares at his phone while you sit next to him, something is wrong. But it's not what you think. You didn't get boring. You didn't get clingy. The truth is, most of us are taught that showing love means being helpful. We think if we fix his problems and make his life easier, he will love us more. But for a man, there is a big difference between a woman he needs and a woman he wants. When you try too hard to be helpful, you stop feeling like his partner and start feeling like his manager. And that is the fastest way to drain the spark out of a relationship. It sounds backwards, right? Why would being helpful be a bad thing? I'm going to show you exactly why that happens. And I'll show you the one simple shift that brings the spark back and makes him chase you again. The emotional manager trap. Now, most advice tells you to support your man, help him, keep things smooth. So you try to keep his life together. You watch his mood. You step in fast when he looks stressed. And honestly, it works. Sort of. Think about it. Have you ever seen a man throw away the woman who makes his life easier? The woman who organizes his entire world? No, he won't leave you. Because he becomes dependent on you. But he won't desire you either. And that is why it feels like it isn't working. You have secured his presence, but you have lost his passion. This is because there is a difference between being his partner and being his mother. One makes him want you. The other just makes him need you. So, here's what's happening inside his mind. When you rush in to calm him every time he is sad, his brain starts to see you as in charge of my feelings. You ask, "Are you okay?" before he's ready. You say, "Talk to me," before he even has words. It feels loving to you. But to him, it feels like she is in control. I am the child. She is the grown-up. Slowly, he stops feeling like your man and starts feeling like your project. He may still care about you. He may still be kind. But he goes cold because when you do all the emotional work, you don't give him the space to feel like a man. And a man cannot desire a woman who makes him feel weak. But look, this isn't because you are wrong as a person. It is because you are trained to take care of everyone but yourself. So what works better? Well, that brings us to the silent switch. When he is in a bad mood, instead of jumping in fast, you just give him a little space. You stay warm, but you stay calm. You might say, "I'm here if you want to talk." And then you stop. No chasing. No pushing. No trying to pull the words out of him. That simple pause does two powerful things. First, it tells him you're strong. I trust you to handle this. And second, it makes him notice you again because you are not rushing in like his mom or his therapist. Now he has to decide to move toward you. And that choice is what wakes his attraction back up. Now, I know you might be thinking, this sounds exhausting. I already do so much and now I have to do more. Actually, it is the opposite. Right now, you're doing all the emotional work. You're checking on him, managing his moods, solving his problems. This new way? You do less. You stop, you breathe, and you let him come to you. Less effort. More attraction. That is the shift. And when you make that shift, what happens next? Well, when you stop doing all the emotional work, he starts to feel a gap. He thinks she is calm. She is not chasing me. Why? Is she pulling back? What is going on with her? Now you are the mystery. He reaches out. He checks in. He tries to make you laugh again. You did not beg. You did not fight. You just stepped out of the mother role and back into the woman he chose role. And suddenly, you aren't the one chasing him anymore. He is the one chasing you. And this brings up the second big worry. I know some of this might feel fake or like you're playing a game. But here is the truth. You are not becoming a different person. You are discovering the version of yourself that society buried under a pile of be nice, help everyone, fix everything. The woman who waits, who trusts, who stays calm. That is you. You just forgot she existed because you were told to be everyone's emotional rescue team. This is about taking off the mask, not putting one on. Now, making this shift can feel scary. You might worry that if you pull back, he'll just drift away forever. That is why you don't just pull back. You have to trigger something called the worship instinct. It's a specific way of speaking that signals you are the prize, not the safety net. There is a video linked below that explains exactly how to do this. It gives you a simple script, just a few words, that flips that switch in his brain instantly. I can't cover it all here, but if you are tired of being the only one trying, you need to see this. Click the link in the description. Watch the first 5 minutes. It will explain the one thing you've been missing this whole time.